The longest college football season that we've ever had comes to an end tonight when Notre Dame takes on Ohio State for the College Football National Championship in Atlanta. Buckeyes are 8.5-point favorites in this one, and I think that's right. They will win by a couple of scores. But what about Notre Dame's future following this game? There are many people like me that think they need to join a conference like everybody else. There are people like me that think they need to join the Big Ten, and ultimately they will have to. There are a lot of us that are just tired of seeing Notre Dame get a free ride when they don't play by the same rules as everybody else in college football. Also, as predictable as the rising sun on Tuesday, my comment section will be filled with uptight, sanctimonious Notre Dame fans who think that my opinion is stupid. They will say Notre Dame does not need to join a conference. They will tell me that Notre Dame is more special than anybody else. They will tell me I don't understand what Notre Dame is all about. They will tell me that they are above the fray and deserve their own NBC network TV contract. They will ask me, why should we join a conference? The way things are now, we don't have to share our playoff money with anybody, any other conference members, and they're going to continue to remain independent because of that. Let's start with that one, for example. Money does control college football. So why, as a collective, do we allow Notre Dame to collect more money while playoff teams, Ohio State, Penn State, Indiana, Oregon, well, they share their money with everybody in the Big Ten? Why is it every time we come up with rules about who can make the playoffs, for example, we have paths for the Power Four schools, group of 5 teams, and then, oh yeah, rules for Notre Dame? Why are they in their own category? I'm tired of that. Why do we frequently have meetings with conference commissioners who determine the future of college football? And oh, by the way, the Notre Dame athletic director is among the conference commissioners deciding stuff. Why? Why is that? Is their athletic director more important than anybody else's? I've never gotten that. Why do we have teams play a conference schedule, but Notre Dame plays whoever they want? I'm sure Penn State would like to avoid scheduling Ohio State and Michigan once in a while. Schedule some wins in there, like Notre Dame can do. Army, Navy, whatever. Why do we have Power 4 teams risk losses and injuries while we allow independent Notre Dame to avoid conference championships altogether? Why do we do that? Why do we allow these special rules for Notre Dame and everything? Are they more special? Are they more important to college football than Ohio State, Michigan, USC, Alabama, Texas, Oklahoma? I could go on and on. There's a lot of big boy brand names out there in college football. Notre Dame's not any better or more special than any of those. They're just not. They think they are, but they're not. Just because they've got a long history in the Four Horsemen and win for the Gipper, they think that here in 2025 that makes them more special than Texas or Ohio State. I think it's crazy. We got to stop doing this. We're all playing for the same prize. We're all playing for the same national championship. Why does Notre Dame have a slightly different path than everybody else? I don't think they should do that anymore. Do you? You Notre Dame fans do. Everybody else doesn't. I mean, for example, just to show you how crazy this is, should we let the Dallas Cowboys have their own salary cap while the rest of the league of the NFL plays under the same cap? Should we let the Kansas City Chiefs just start in the playoffs in the AFC Championship game, skip all the other stuff below because they're special? No. Should we let the Green Bay Packers have their own TV network deal while everybody else splits it up among other networks? No, of course not. Now, I'll acknowledge those are slight exaggerations to make a point. But what are we doing here with Notre Dame football? There are going to be some important college football people getting together, and they got some business at hand. They've got to tweak the 12-team playoff. They got to make it better because there were some problems with who got in, how they got in, and who is seated where. I'll just use Oregon as example A. They should not have had the toughest path. They should have had the easiest path. But these same powers that be, they should also mandate a rule that all teams who seek to be in the playoffs should come from a conference. I don't care if it's a Power 4. I don't care if it's a group of 5. You got to come from a conference. No more independent stuff getting into the playoffs. No more. And they should continue to give favorable treatment to teams that actually play in conference championship games, i.e. the bye week. They should continue doing that. Notre Dame, they continue to insist on remaining independent. And they are punished for that. They can't get the bye week at the beginning. And as far as the first round of the playoffs go, as rules currently stand, but they don't seem to care. As recently as this week, current athletic director Pete Bavacqua, he says that he's okay sacrificing a potential bye week for the way the system is right now. Right. It's because it's advantageous to them. It's more lucrative for them right now. They're making too much money to change things as they currently stand. That's why Notre Dame won't budge. They get to keep all the money. It's not fair. He went so far as to suggest that maybe we'll get rid of those conference championship games. And, that may happen at some point, but that would be changing the entire system to appease Notre Dame instead of, changing Notre Dame to fit what everybody else is doing. Again, special treatment for Notre Dame. Why? There's talk of allowing the top 4 ranked teams to get the top 4 seeds in the playoffs, thus allowing Notre Dame a bye if they finish in the top 4 like this year. But again, with no risk of a potential loss in a conference championship game, such a loss would drop them a point or a ranking or 2 here and there. Notre Dame would be getting favorable treatment still, and that's not fair. So, and that may be something that they're considering right now, by the way. Just top 4 ranked teams, according to the playoff committee, you're in, top 4 seeds. If Notre Dame's in the top 4, they get it. They get the bye again, but they're not risking themselves playing in in a conference championship like most of the other teams are. And look, I know Ohio State took a different path too. They didn't make it to their conference championship, but they had to fight their way in, had to win 3 games to get here. It's time to force Notre Dame to play by the same rules as the rest of college football and force them to play on a level playing field with everybody else. I know I'll hear your comments from you. Hit me up on YouTube with the comments. Don't forget Twitter at Talk Big Ten as well. And a quick reminder, Locked On Big Ten is going to go live on our YouTube channel following the game for my immediate reaction to Ohio State and Notre Dame tonight. I'll have analysis. I'll have yours as well in real-time live post-game comments by you. We'll do back and forth. It's one of our favorite things we do after big games every week throughout the season. This is obviously the last big one with a national championship. So I would presume, and we go after the final whistle, maybe the final coach interview on the field. But of course, with championships, there's confetti, there's speeches, there's trophy presentations, all that. I would anticipate us going live around 11 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Pacific-ish tonight. Look for us on YouTube. Mark your phone calendar. Be ready to go. Want to hear your comments as much as I want to give mine after tonight's game between Ohio State and Notre Dame. All right. Thoughts and comments right now about what we're talking about, hit me up. And be sure to hit that subscribe button and follow Locked On Big Ten for free wherever you get your podcast. That way you get the latest episode of Locked On Big Ten as soon as it becomes available each and every morning. And if you don't mind, share, like, and follow. That really helps us out as well. Also, don't forget to check out our website, talkbig10.com, where we put all of our podcasts chronologically, and we group them by your favorite schools as well. And we have links to your favorite team's merchandise, shirts, pennants, T-shirts, hats, all right there under one umbrella, talkbig10.com. That's talkbig10.com. Hopefully you'll be able to check that out as well. All right, some things we need to get into regarding tonight's national championship game. I'm very excited about this. It's on a neutral site. We may actually have a home field advantage for one of the teams. We'll explain that, plus our top 10 Big Ten observations for the weekend. All that coming up right here on Locked On Big Ten. Prize Picks. Total fun right here. All right. And you get real money sports action here with over 10 million members and billions in winnings. Prize Picks has changed the game in daily fantasy sports. Whether it's the playoffs or the regular season, Prize Picks has made it easier than ever to win big while enjoying all this football action. Now that we are into the postseason, it's playoff time. There's no better way to get in the action than with Prize Picks. Here's how it works. You pick 2 or more players, group some stats with that are paired with them. You go, all right, more than or less than those stats. For example, Lamar Jackson, more than 250 yards passing. Josh Allen, more than 2 touchdowns. Put them together and have fun and play. It's a blast. Prize Picks Flex Play is out there as well. You can still double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. And with the app, you'll get your winnings fast, sometimes as little as 15 minutes. Ready to run your game this football season? Download the app today and use the code LOCKDOWNCollege to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's right, $50 just for playing. So don't wait. Take your game to the next level with Prize Picks. Prize Picks, run your game.